Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap and welcome to this toppers series of RBI Grade B officers. So guys, today I have with me a very special guest, Miss Shreya. Thank you Shreya for coming
Thank you,
today.
ma'am, for having me.
Guys, Shreya has been selected recently as Grade B officer in Reserve Bank of India 2021 selection she has got, and I have a lot of things to share regarding Shreya, right? Before that, I'll tell Shreya to brief us about her background.
I'm basically an engineering graduate from Punjab Engineering College in Chandigarh only. I did my graduation in 2016, and ever since then I was into the civil services preparation. So I have also given UPSC mains in these last couple of years. And this was my second attempt in RBI Grade B. I'd appeared earlier in I think 2018, and this was my second attempt, and that is the brief. Yeah.
Introduction. Many congratulations to you, Shreya.
Thank you, ma'am.
And we are happy to have you today. We'll discuss your strategy. How did you prepare for the exam? Guys, Shreya is from Panchkula, Haryana. She's the same place where this office is, the headquarter of EduTap. So we are like sitting and discussing about Shreya. I have spoken with her regarding how she came across RBI, how she started preparing. So I'll ask questions which I have, and I know you guys will be interested, being the aspirants of this examination. Okay, so let's start, Shreya.
Yeah, sure.
So first of all, as you mentioned that you have been the aspirant of civil services examination. So, when did you come across RBI? Okay, usually what happens in 1 or 2 years, you are very focused. You do not look for any other exam. Did the same thing happen to you?
Yes, exactly. I was very focused and determined that this is the thing that I wish to do. However, after repeated attempts at it and not being able to make it, so I decided that there is need to look for other options that are equally good. So that is how I came across RBI. In 2018. However, since I was not able to clear the prelims, so I got a little demoralized and I was like, maybe I'll not be able to do it. But this year I did a thorough preparation and somehow was able to sail through.
So, how did you come across RBI? Okay, this is also a good opportunity. I can go for this examination.
It was like I had a lot of peers who were entering into it. So that is how I came to know about RBI.
RBI, right. So, acha, one thing which I ask most of the candidates if they have UPSC background, do you feel that the preparation of UPSC helped you, gave you an advantage in this examination over others?
In fact, I was quite intimidated by those like the banking aspirants who were giving this paper, because I believe that the demand of this paper is quite different from what UPSC demands. Like here, you need to focus more on the numbers, or supposedly key this is if we are talking about the budget, so how much is the target. If like even in prelims a lot of questions were like on what is the bank credit growth. So these kind of questions, I think that it's very RBI specific, and UPSC preparation as such doesn't help in it, and a different kind of strategy needs to be even in for prelims as well as mains, because even ESI is there, which is somewhat similar to what UPSC preparation is all about. Yet, if we talk about the MCQ part, a little like an orientation, a different orientation is needed for this paper. And even finance management was totally new to me, so that was. I do not believe that as such UPSC preparation. Maybe in the descriptive part, it was quite easy because I was used to writing answers. But other than that, it was a very different strategy that through which I approached this examination.
So I think that is going to help the students. This is going to, I think, provide some comfort to the students who are usually intimidated that okay, all the UPSC aspirants are clearing the exam. This happens actually. So this is for the people who are preparing for RBI. There are many people who are solely preparing for regulatory body examinations, RBI, NABARD, SEBI also. So guys, again the point is it is all about your preparation, right? How well you are able to perform based on your preparation, not about your background rather, right? So we'll ask Shreya about the sources she followed, although she was busy with her mains this year for UPSC, so she had limited time. She managed both the things. So Shreya, what were like your sources for, let's say, phase 1? Let's talk about quant, reasoning, English, and then general awareness.
I think I gave maybe a month or 20 days for the entire preparation. For talking about quant and reasoning, I referred to Arun Sharma's, there is this CAT preparation book. I was very selective in the chapters that I picked up. My first and sole preference was to look at all the papers, like previous year papers of RBI, and to understand what kind of quant and reasoning questions are asked. So based on that, I made my own personal list. Ki okay, yeah, profit and loss pay, there are some questions, and these are the topics broadly. Then I went to that book, I understood basics and all, and then I also looked at one of the YouTube channel is there, Study Smart. If I was stuck somewhere, or if I was looking for some shortcuts and all, so that is something that I referred to. For reasoning, I did the same Arun Sharma book, and other than that, I also went through a lot of mocks. Maybe I gave some 15 to 20 odd mocks for quantum reasoning because I was a little bit intimidated, especially the reasoning part where you have to do the puzzles and all. So it requires a lot of practice. So that was what I focused on. And I had enrolled in 2 mock tests. So I followed them and did somewhere like around 20 mocks for that and try to understand ki this is what needs to be done. As far as GA is concerned, general awareness, so my first and like the primary reference was from the Affairs Cloud magazine. So the monthly magazine I picked up, there is this bulky 300 odd pages Affairs Cloud magazine. So I did 4 months of that. I was short on time and I was not able to do. Otherwise, I had targeted that, okay, I'll do 6 months of that. So what I used to do was that I had handwritten notes. I segregated that based on the index that Affairs Cloud provide. I segregated, okay, this is the demand of RBI. Like they didn't ask state news and all, so I cut down whatever is not asked. And then I made a list and some like 7-8 odd pages, as far as I can recall, I wrote down everything that used to come. And I was very particular. For example, if there is this ICICI Bank is coming up with something or something like that, so I used to write that, the scheme, some of its features. So this was something that I used to write in some 3 odd lines. And then there was another, Bankers Adda has a 15-pager, very brief summary of the entire month's current affairs, what has happened. So that is something that I supplemented the Affair Cloud with. And now after compiling all of this, I revised the entire thing 5 to 6 times. And so that I can actually recall it in the real paper situation. So that is how I went about the prelim phase.
So, like what I could understand is that quant and reasoning, you refer to the book Arun Sharma you mentioned.
Very selectively. Very selectively.
So the takeaway is that what I can tell students is that, as you said, you refer to the previous year papers. है ना? वहाँ पे you found out the topics which are very important or are being asked again and again. So that is a takeaway for you guys, that you should always try to like understand the requirement of the examination rather than just opening the book and doing everything required. So she saw the papers, that is advisable. I think it will be helpful for all the sections because English is there, let's say. You will be able to better do English if you know what type of questions are asked. So quant reasoning, she chose the chapters based on the previous year papers. And then book she referred. After that, she like practiced YouTube videos देखा, उधर से practice किया, and then also you said mock tests. So as we are talking about mock tests, so do you think that when you start with quant reasoning, should one start doing the mock test at that time only? Or फिर once you are done with a lot of practice from the book or videos, then you take up the mock test?
I believe it is like everyone's calling, as you are comfortable. I never targeted that, yes, I need to score this much in mock test. My main objective was to understand if I can actually solve them in the given time period. And if I was not able to solve, I did not get demoralized or such. I was like, okay, if I'm not able to do this thing, let me do as much as I can in that stipulated time period. And after the time period used to get over, I used to brainstorm more and see that, okay, if this this method is not working, let me look at some other method that is a shortcut. So that is where I used to refer to YouTube channel and such to understand that how to approach these questions in a very short, like, because I believe that the time to solve those questions is very short. So it is very important to know the tricks how to go about that.
So the idea is to use, when you're doing mock test, just not only analyze yourself, rather analyze as in what is my score. Rather than that, go for what I can learn from this particular test.
Yeah, that was what I tried to do.
So that's again, because this happens, as you said, that you did not get demoralized, but many people are there that I'm not getting good score in mock tests. The score you need to get in examination. Right?
Mocks are just to know where you can fail and to improve on that so that you are able to succeed in the real examination.
Right, very important point. I think this you people should make a note of. It will help you later. ठीक है. तो apart from this, did you like refer to YouTube videos for like other subjects also, like GA हो गया या आपका English specifically?
English, for English as such, I did not refer to anything. I solved 2 previous year questions of RBI just to see that what is the pulse of the paper, and I was able to understand the demand, and as such I did not refer to anything for that.
Okay, ठीक है. So I think these are, the idea is that limit your sources, have the understanding of the exam, and then like practicing. You said.
Yes.
तो श्रेया, how did you manage in a short span of time? जो GA रहता है, it is quite for a month, because you know GA has multiple things you have to cover. Sports भी करना है, awards are also there, then schemes they might also ask. So how did you manage इतना सारा कुछ?
This might sound a little intimidating, but I was done with 4-week current affairs, like the 4-month current affair, I think in a week only. I did that 300 pager in a week, and it was, I had set a target that okay, today you have to do this or else you won't do anything else. So I was like, maybe I spent half a day in doing that. Every day I used to, for half my entire day, like maybe I cannot put down a number that how many hours were there. So I did that. I made very extensive notes. For what I used to like, my approach was to have a brief overview of what the magazine is all about. Very brief. And then I started making my notes. Okay, finance is there. This all has come in it, and I wrote down. Then after I was done writing down, the next day or maybe in that week, I'll revise that thing again. So that was how I was able to keep the loop, and I think I revised the entire current affairs 6 times or 6 to 7 odd times. And every time I used to revise, my time for revision used to be like very less. Maybe even like my last revision, it lasted for maybe less than like 40 minutes or so. It was all about making the notes, revising them, then again revising them, and just then after some point of time you just need to go to the page, you know, okay, this is the page where you've written this thing. So that is how I did it. And one more thing that I did was that I indexed my entire current affairs. Like, it was a very short small book. What I did was, like, prelims demands a lot of things, like you have to know about sports, you have to know who has died or who has recently been appointed. So I segregated them into months. I wrote down, okay, this is the list 20 odd people who have been appointed, and this is their designation and all, designation, and this is the organization where they are in. So that way I was able to cover through indexing, revise in a very strategic and a very comfortable manner.
So thank you so much for sharing such wonderful tips, Shreya. So guys, the idea is that whatever you cover, you have to revise it multiple times. Try to make your own notes if you can. That is a good thing, because it will be easy for you to revise later. If you are not like acquainted with the writing, then use the highlighters and all in PDFs, and then revise it multiple times. Yahi rahega. So I think the method she followed for the current affairs preparation and then revision helped her, and you can also take the points which you feel are suitable to you, right? So I think we have discussed all important points for your phase 1. So chalte hain fir towards your phase 2 preparation. So first of all, I would like to ask, you have written mains for UPSC. How did you feel that that preparation, that examination and this examination, the difference क्या लगा उसमें?
The difference, as I had talked about earlier, is like the MCQ. If I talk about MCQ, एक तो the entire like finance management is something that I had never done for UPSC. So this was entirely new for me. Secondly, I believe this entails a lot of data. Like so many reports you have to do, and you have to go through. So many reports came in that point in time also. You have to go through, for example, there is this IMF, World Bank taking out their reports, and there are so many indexes like the global corruption index. So you have to go through what are the parameters based on which they were ranked. So this was something that was totally different for me, and the only similarity between the two was that there was a descriptive paper this time. So I had a sense of a comfort with that. Okay, I have to write an answer, I'll make a body, some points, and then I'll give a brief conclusion. So in fact, although it's not like that I'd never done the statistic part, and you know how this many percentage are unemployed and such, but specifically talking about RBI, it entails a very in-depth analysis of all these things. So that somehow I believe helped me further to make good descriptive answers as well.
So this you said that you need introduction bodies there, and knowledge has to be there, the content you have to. But what about your typing practice? Because that must have been new for you also.
Yes, that was something different that I did. So the way I approached the paper was that I did a bit of a typing practice. Maybe I did somewhere around. The only thing that I did for descriptive, for the descriptive paper for finance management as well as the ESI is that I made a list of the last 3 to 4 years previous year questions that were there before in 2014 and before that. So I made a list of all those, and I highlighted questions from similar topics. For example, there was this topic of communication. So there were 2-3 odd questions on that. I used to highlight them, make a list, okay, these are the questions from this topic, and I used to write those there and then only after reading the topic. So then I try to link it with unique examples like oral written communication, very basic examples if I can think and relate to them. That is how I did my typing practice. Maybe I did not do it very extensively. I just wanted to get a hang of it. So maybe I did some 10 odd questions or so, 10 to 15 for this.
So that basically you
get
maybe
acclimatized.
yeah, so that you can acquaint with the like exam pressure, how will you type there and all. So as you mentioned about the examples, the real life examples you used to mention in the exam, the same thing like mentioning of reports or schemes in ESI also, did you do it there also?
I did make like the entire preparation that I did. Based on that, I had some pointers to write in that. So, for example, the PLFS report. So that was something that was there. So if that comes, I'll write that. There was a high probability, like based on the previous year questions, there was this question in 2014 in ESI that tell about the budget provisions related to investment, insurance or something like that. So I did all the things that were there in the budget related to banking, finance, investment and everything. So it is not merely about the examples, it is also about writing those facts clearly. So I did a mix of the two things.
So again, here the point that I'd like to highlight is that you should, as you went through the previous year papers,
yes.
prior to 2014 when paper used to be descriptive.
Yeah, I don't remember.
No problem. So when the paper used to be there, so you took out all the questions, gone through the questions and took out the, basically again categorized the questions.
That's what I did.
So even you see that going for the preparation is one thing, but strategizing it, you know, that this is the method I will follow and then I'll stick to it, that helped her. Did you feel that if you had not seen the papers, you would have somewhere been blindsided कि क्या आएगा paper में?
Yes, definitely. In fact, a lot of questions, especially for finance and management, they were directly somewhere linked to what was previously asked. In ESI, I don't remember all the questions, but it was something a little bit different. Like they asked, I think, about employment and such. But definitely, previous year questions help a lot. It actually helps you amp up your confidence also before the paper. Ki mentally you are prepared to take it.
That I know the kind of paper will probably be, right? Okay. So this is about your descriptive writing. And for objective also, you said you refer to previous year papers?
Yes, definitely. Just to see that what kind of questions are asked in the paper. I wanted to have my own understanding so that even when I'm doing GA, I'll be more tuned to the kind of questions that have come up
In the
in the
exams.
previous years.
And see, when we talk about the phase 2 paper, ESI, finance is there, and English. So ESI is considered quite dynamic paper. Like it has a lot of current affairs you need to prepare basically. Rather than static, current affairs are more. So how did you choose the sources?
Uh, I stick to what I was doing previously in the prelims. I did Affairs Cloud. Since the time was very short also, so I went for the weekly Affairs Cloud also. I made the similar list. I made the similar list. So since the topics get a little constrained, restricted. So I made a similar list of topics. Okay, these are the topics, and then I went to the I wanted to supplement it with another source. So then for mains I went for EduTab's monthly magazine, and I supplemented whatever I feel has been left out or might have been left out. I refer to that, and then the marathon series that EduTab comes up with, I supplemented the Fair Cloud and EduTab. After that, I supplemented it with those. And again, my main focus was on repeated revisions, and that is what I focused. In fact, a week prior to the examination, I again segregated my notes just to keep and wrote it down just to have like just to be able to retain them and not be doubtful while doing the MCQs. So that is how I approached.
So the point is that whatever you have read or you have covered, you should be confident about that. Okay, this I have done. It should not be the case that I have covered a lot of things, but I'm not confident on what I have done. So better is to revise again and again. Make notes, segregate as you can. Whenever you feel that, okay, this is the category I can make, as you did. So ESI में this helped, right? FM, what were your sources or how did you prepare FM?
Same as ESI, same Affairs Cloud, EduTab, and the marathon series. This was the entire similar thing I did. In ESI, I think it is more about reading the reports and all of that, and in FM, it is more about the finance and news aspect, finance and banking. So that is what I stick to. In fact, I tried to, however, I was not able to comprehensively do it. I went to these websites of RBI and other regulatory bodies, like FIMDA is there. So I tried looking at what all they do. So those kind of questions also come, and they're very basic in nature. So that is something that I try to do along with that.
ठीक है. So when Shreya, when you were done with the phase 2 paper, how did you feel? Okay, did you feel confident? कैसा reaction कैसा था?
Initially, I was comfortable. I had calculated my marks. I was like, for the MCQ part, I was like, okay, decent score I'm getting. In the mains also, I felt barring a question or two, I did justice to the questions. But as days started passing by, I started doubting what what I had done. But then eventually results came, so I was very happy.
So see, as you told me earlier that you gave RBI earlier also, but that was not a sincere, complete preparation wala attempt.
I did not prepare for the GA section as well, so I just took a chance that okay, let's see how the paper comes.
So this time when you prepared, although you had to manage UPSC mains also, that also you appeared, and after that you started preparing for this exam.
Yes.
So when you were done, chalo phase 2 ho gaya, and result also came. So that thing कि अब interview is there. वो एक feeling होता ना that yes, now I have the chance to make it.
Yeah, that was definitely there. And it actually made me even more focused on how to go about the interview preparation. So then I talked to a couple of my friends who had already cleared, as well as other peers who had cleared the mains this year. So then I started my interview preparation by religiously reading Business Standard and Linevent.
Okay.
In fact, I even read the Hindu Business Line. I used to read their editorials as well, just so that I don't skip anything. I was feeling a little underconfident as well, because I saw a lot of aspirants from the banking and the finance sphere, and they have a very good, I believe, a very good hold. Like once I started talking with them, I believe that I am somewhere lagging in these aspects. So I made it a point to read these three newspapers, and it is not like I used to read it from end to end. I knew, okay, page number 4 I need to read. This is the page that I need to refer to, because those are the kind of questions like economy, what RBI is doing. Those were my prime this thing. And somewhere down the line, the three newspapers, they had somewhere repeated information as
Yes,
well.
they have.
So it was that since I had the time to do it, I was able to manage. And some days I used to, like, my main source was to read Business Standard. And then if I had the time, I referred to these two.
This you did after your like phase 2, when you knew
Yeah.
that now I'm going to
Yes.
appear in interview.
Yes. That is when I actually started reading the newspaper.
Hmm.
Before that, I tried, but not very religiously. I used to just go through skim Indian Express just to know what's happening in the world. That was it. But now I sincerely prepare for that. We had a small peer where we used to discuss what is happening. And again, for the interview preparation, what I did was we segregated the things into, okay, these are the things that we need to know about RBI, various functions and working of RBI. There's a PDF that is available in the public domain. So that is some 200 odd pages. That is something I did try to do religiously. Did not read it end to end, but try to get a very in-depth understanding of what and how RBI functions. And I segregated those functions. Like I had a target of completing those in 15 days or so, 15 or 20 days. Then in economy, again divided the topics. This in economy, the division was done based on the transcripts that were available. So okay, these are the questions that have been asked in based on that. Okay, they're constantly asking about inflation, disinflation, where this is happening in the world, why Japan's inflation is so and so. So that is again we segregated like inflation, and then they ask a lot of questions about the recession and even the 2008 crisis, economic crisis, the euro debt crisis, and all that. So we segregated these topics, created a list, and divided it and targeted like in 20 days we need to finish these things. Other than that, these were my basic, like the main sources.
So, you newspaper reading was your basic source. Like you used to read newspapers, Business Standard. The idea is that Business Standard Live mint any such newspaper. If you can read more, go for them, right? But as you said that religiously you started reading these newspapers after you were done with phase 2, because prior to phase 2 you have a lot of things, other things to cover, right?
Hardly there were like after the results there were 20 days to do the phase 2 preparation, and I had never read finance and management. And since it makes up for a major chunk of the marks also, so I was more targeted towards doing that. So newspaper was, I was not able to do it, but I believe that if somebody can manage it, it's good, because it definitely helps you build your confidence, maybe even help you in writing your answers as well. So that is there. And one more thing I would want to say is that it is very important during the interview preparation to go through the RBI website. Like I remember during the preparation there was this article that came by Deputy Governor Ravi Shankarji on the digital currency, that they talked about it extensively. There was also this speech by the governor himself talking about financial inclusion. So that was very important. Whatever notifications, whatever speech are there. In fact, I also like some papers and reports about microfinance also I read, because a lot of questions I saw had been asked about microfinance. So that is an important source that one needs to follow.
So what I can summarize is that the sources for interview preparation, what you should be at least an aspirant when going for the interview, they must read newspapers. That is recommended. If you're reading, if you have time, you can read prior to phase 2 or through your preparation, but for interview start reading those. Then reading about the organization, as you said, to which you become a part of. So that PDF you said, apart from that, RBI website is itself a source.
Yes,
You
definitely.
can go through the website, the developments going on, as you said, notifications, circulars are there, speeches also you mentioned, go through those. And apart from this, you said that you had a peer group, let's say. So you used to discuss you segregated the topics again based on the transcripts you referred, and then you used to discuss such topics. So these three things Plus one thing that you told me earlier, that HR questions.
Yeah. For HR, I prepared some odd 50 to 60 questions. That was based on transcripts and also based on my own DAF. And in fact, despite all doing all this business standard and such, there was just one question that they asked me about the Mastercard ban issue that had become a major news at that point of time. Other than that, my interview revolved around like my hobbies and linking it to RBI. For example, I paint. So they asked me that, okay, painting, you know how painting, what kind of paintings are there in RBI कहता है. If we are talking about the financial literacy, how will you ensure financial literacy coming to RBI? If you are heading financial literacy, how will you do it? So they were hinting me and moving me towards how my painting, through painting, I'll be able to do it and such. So other than that, my interview was, they also asked me one more question, was that they wanted to know the entire journey of how RBI has evolved ever since it was created till date. So that was another question. So that was something that I covered during the mains preparation also. So that was, in fact, before the interview, I asked somebody about this, okay, how to approach this. So the person sent me there was this entire timeline on the RBI website. So luckily I knew that and I was able to somehow summarize that thing as well.
So again, those points which we were summarizing, that RBI, about RBI, you have to know about your own self. Like as you mentioned the example of painting or your hobbies. Be confident if you are writing, and at least write truthfully. Don't just try to write hobbies that you even don't own, because they are interested to know, right? What a person you are, and how can you help organization. To these things you can. Acha. I think these are all the sources for interview preparation. Apart from this, Shreya, personal question kind of, that when you are appearing for multiple exams, multiple as in you have appeared in exams multiple times, there are times when students feel demotivated, है ना? That I have not been able to make it, or I appeared earlier, I could not. So what was your source of motivation?
Friends and family have been my source of motivation. Everybody has been very supportive throughout, like constantly talking to them, discussing what are the issues, and even introspecting why you are lagging behind, and not to take these things very seriously. In fact, I was very demotivated during my, like, when I was preparing for the RBI mains. Like, I had only 20 odd days to prepare for it, and during that time my mains result came out, so it was quite demoralizing at that point of time. But my friends and family, they were actually they have throughout this journey, they have been very supportive. So talking to them, sharing how you're feeling, that definitely helps, and they definitely amp up your confidence also. So it is okay to feel demotivated, but it is important that you just somehow sail through it.
So now your family members, friends should be very happy.
Yeah, they're very happy. Indeed, they're very happy.
Right. Because obviously when someone is motivating, supporting you for that, they are very happy to see, acha chalo, finally the person has made it. So that was a very, I would say, insightful session. You have shared with us a lot of things that will be helpful in all three stages of the exam. Apart from the things we have discussed, anything you'd like to tell to the aspirants of this examination from your end, from your experience?
My experience, like, as far as I understood this paper, it is all about understanding the demand that can only come when you have thoroughly researched on what has been asked previously. Like, descriptive was entirely a new thing this year, but going through the previous year questions, you can make a guesstimation. Okay, these are the kind of question, and this is the kind of preparation that I need to go about. So I believe that it is very important to have a very brief, concise strategy, and that is something that can be very helpful while appearing for this examination.
So the last point that you have given is again very, very this, why am I saying this is fruitful? Because when this you tell any aspirant that you have to understand before you prepare, so they will not get that point. Rather they will see, nahi, pehle I have to study. then I'll go to know the requirement. So rather do it like opposite. First you research, go through the syllabus, go through the previous year papers, and then start your preparation. Hard work ka substitute there is no, right?
And one more thing is to revise. Like 5 to 6 revisions are very important. Like for me, I felt it is very important because these kind of current affairs where you have to do a lot of reports, data, you tend to forget it. And it is so like some bank is doing this, some other bank is doing that. So somewhere down the line you will get confused. Okay, what bank did what? So it is very important to revise and then as I mentioned that go through the previous year. In fact, I would suggest that before even for the like even the MCQ part, if you can go through the previous, try to attempt them and see where you stand and then start your preparation to see that okay, this is the things that I need to work upon.
Again, these were very useful tips for the candidates, and I think we have touched upon all the aspects of this exam. We have taken a lot of your time. Thank you so much, Shreya, for coming today and giving this strategy session to the students. We wish you all the very best for your career ahead.
Thank you, ma'am.
And that's it, guys. If you like the video, drop your comments, right? And that's it from our end. Thank you. Bye bye.